Hello and welcome to Data Ignite's PowerView Dashboards and Data Visualizations video series. My name is Andy Kinnear. I'll be your presenter today. I'm a Microsoft Certified Professional and Partner and Chief Technologist at Data Ignite. You can visit us at dataignite.com. We are at our first video today, so the PowerView series will include the following here. Today we're going to cover the PowerPivot Gallery and SharePoint 2010 and how that all works with PowerPivot and PowerView. So if we move on over eventually to our sites. So this particular site is a site that was built to PowerPivot Gallery in SharePoint 2010. We published up a PowerPivot spreadsheet to the site. So this is what the PowerPivot spreadsheet looks like when it is published to a SharePoint gallery. So it's actually Excel working in a browser, so to speak. You lose some of the design capabilities in terms of the shading that we had and whatnot when it was in the Excel spreadsheet, but pretty much the data is exactly the same. The use of the data is the same as you would as if it were on your desktop. So with that being said, I'm not going to go into PowerPivot for this series, but what we do is once it is published up to a PowerPivot gallery, you can now create more spreadsheets from that particular data set, as well as PowerView dashboards. And you can see here, if I hover over here, I can open up in a new Excel spreadsheet, and I can also then create a new PowerView report. That is if you publish up a PowerPivot to a site. So the data came from the PowerPivot spreadsheet. A more production-like environment is, if you look here, we're going to go to the gallery view to start. So this is Business Intelligence Center combined with the PowerPivot gallery. So you can see I have reports in integration mode. We have performance point spreadsheets and also the PowerPivot gallery. And what we'd like to show here is when this comes up, we have a couple of connections that go directly to tabular cubes. So right now, PowerView dashboards can only use a tabular cube as the data source. And as you saw in the other one, we could use that a PowerPivot spreadsheet that's published up, which creates a tabular cube as a connection, or you could have a tabular cube created in a production environment and then published to a database server, which we did with these two particular cubes. And once you have that done, you can also open up Excel spreadsheets or create PowerView reports as well. I'm going to open up quickly, just open up Excel here. And what this is doing is this is called the thin client for Excel, meaning that the data is still on the database server. It's going to look like PowerPivot and react like PowerPivot, but it is still it's using the data on the server, whereas PowerPivot actually has the data on your own local system. So this is a good way of keeping control of your data. It's all in one local place, one single place, and allows for a single point of truth to keep your data in that way. And you can see here we have all our different attributes and measures all set up in here. I'm going to close this down, go back, and come here and just click on the PowerView, and this is how it takes you into the edit mode to create your PowerView dashboards. So once again, we're using a tabular model connection in a SharePoint 2010 site, and it's creating PowerView dashboards from that data. And once it pops up, you'll see the design surface, and we'll get to the functionality in another video, but just wanted to show you quickly how to create one. So this would take you to the edit, and then you can save it and publish it back to that PowerPivot gallery. So a couple other things we wanted to show in here too is we were looking at the gallery view, which is PowerPivot Gallery, and it shows your dashboards in I'll wait for this to come back up. It's sort of a sequential manner in a top to bottom fashion. All of this is using Silverlight, and that's what our rotating button is here. It's battling with our screen capture software, so unfortunately a little slower than normal. But what happens when this comes up, as you can see here, is each one of these views can contain multiple dashboards within it. And this is our gallery view. This is what SharePoint calls the gallery view, and you can look at your dashboards in this way. It also has the carousel view, which is kind of a nifty little 3D carousel. You can see the documents as you scroll through them. It's kind of nice. Wait till this comes up. Okay, so it gives you, I mean, it looks impressive. Functionally, it does allow you to see your dashboards visually instead of in a list somewhere. So you can say, okay, this is the one that I want, and you can choose that from there. So it's a good way of showing clients and whatnot to say, here's a very visual and interactive way of sifting through your available dashboards. And then there's theater view, which is a third view of the same type of the same library, which is this PowerPivot library. And again, just a different way of presenting or opening up your data, your dashboards. So I can just thumb over here and they pop up. Gives you a nice little way of looking at that. And then you can scroll through here at the bottom and then bring up the ones you need. You just click on it to open each one. So that's what we wanted to cover today. It was just the PowerPivot Gallery as it is in SharePoint 2010. Please join us for the rest of our video series. We'll be doing filtering, slicing, and drill across next. Designing what pop-out is and full screen and duplicate views. And then a little more into the heavy functionality part, scatter charts, maps, bar charts and pie charts, downloading into PowerPoint, and then also a matrix drilling down using URLs, and then cards and tables to cover out the functionality. So please visit back, and if you like what you see, please click the like button in YouTube and share with your friends. Thank you very much.